kin.
Maybe the next of kin is just an identity for them to hold your money.
What's the need for the next of kin when you people submit their next of kin and they don't know that they have investment somewhere?
They don't know they have investment.
Or even if people eventually knows that they have an investment somewhere, when they call you to come claim the investment, it becomes an issue because some bank managers or some insurance executives wants to sit on the sweat of other people.
They have
and this will continue
motives.
we will continue to face in Nigeria. Well, it's a beautiful welcome again to the program, Early Starters. And today's Friday. And Friday, it's the 28th day in the month of March, year 2025. This is the third month, and we are talking about elections. 2027 elections. Some people are bidding already. Some people are creating parties just to break the leg of another party. Some people are they are accurately, following the trend of which the politicking in Nigeria will take. And some people are ready to bastardize the elections that it has not even been slated or scheduled for a particular date. But then this is Nigeria, where we have to just, wake up every morning to a new drama or the other. Well, I don't know. But yet I'm going to celebrate President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for his 73rd
Okay,
birthday.
73rd birthday.
Yes.
They will think you're being biased. One thing there is this. A lot of people don't understand the difference between the president and the presidency. You might not like the president, but the presidency shouldn't be corrupt, shouldn't be affected. Nigerians should not be part of your vendetta. They should stop, because the way they are like now, 91 registration for political party, they want to sell it. And when they sign, just like they do everything in Nigeria,
and before you know it becomes a merger.
Yes,
they
that's
will
what
come
they want
together
to do. They will
to
now
merge. Yes.
No, it's now a business, just like our banks. Since they cannot meet the 25 billion, then you hear merger acquisition. The word merger acquisition, when it started, I said merger acquisition. What's this? Merger acquisition. The same people. Like,
and you have the same of the same people bankrolling these people.
What are you saying?
The same of the same. Every day in Nigeria, should it be so? Again, I celebrate my president, our president, because we do not have a choice. We have a sitting president. We have to acknowledge. We need to extol him no matter what. And we need to give to him the honor that he's deserving of. Yoruba people will somewhere new. This was the same proverb that the former vice president, Yemi Oshibajo, Professor Yemi Oshibajo, said at the book launch of retired General Babangida. Yes, Badamosi Babangida. And people held onto that very word. And they said, why should you say that? Is it that we need to bring back Babangida? Should we embrace him despite the atrocities? Should we embrace him 32 years after he came out to say, I am sorry? More like he's doing an open apology. But this that he has rendered, we will not accept because he has destroyed the joy of the Yoruba people. And this is not coming from Miriam, okay, actually. It is from what I read. We kept, the stories, we kept, we had the update of the story. At least I remember that Babangida's story at least rolled for like a week.
More than a week.
Let's just say a week. Yes, and it came with bombshells, not just once, not just twice. So this is what I deduce from the old story. And I am going to be saying this morning, no matter how bad, I also adopt that saying, because no matter how bad our president is or how good our president is still the representative of the name Nigeria.
Nigeria is the first citizen.
Is the first number one citizen of Nigeria. And he has to represent us. And remember, he keeps reiterating that he's here to serve Nigerians. Yes. But let's see what pans out, or let's see what pans out. 2 years now, 3 years, 4 years, and we will know where we are going. Instead of, I use again the word of advert, instead of the direct copy knocking, where you have to tell him coalition, the anti-Tinubu coalition. No, we don't need it in the country. I asked the question: do we need to take the Rivers case to ECOWAS?
We don't.
We did not when the feud started. Now we have it on the table of ECOWAS. Should it get to that very point? And thank God the governor of Bayelsa did something great yesterday by calling for a reconciliation meeting with the president and the National Assembly. He said there is an absolute and pertinent need for the meeting. And the result of the meeting is what we will be waiting for, because he just called for the meeting. Maybe they oblige him. We don't have the update yet until we check the headlines. Once we check the headlines, then we've opened the phone lines for your beautiful and amazing contributions to ensue. So we are going to be starting with the Guardian newspaper this morning, and I take it from the page 6, which says Reps Mole return to parliamentary system, age limit for politicians. 2027, your second term a done deal, Akpabio assures Tinubu, despite this content, and that you will find on the page 6 of the Guardian newspaper this morning. Southeast senators lobby Tinubu as Senate rejects motion to honor Nwosu. We will always align with Constitution on Sharia law, says Makinde. Well, what's this with the Sharia law in your state? I hope it's the Sharia law that will be favorable. Yes. I know it's not the one where you will sign now that you are there, and it will now fight the people.
Fight the people.
Yes, when you are no longer
then
there.
If you want to remove it, some people will say
choose. We need people that will be thoughtful.
Trying to tame their religion.
Of course, yes. We need people that will be thoughtful. We don't want something that will now become a bone in our necks, like the 1999 constitution done by the military era, that we need to amend and re-amend every time.
Every time.
I got to a point in 2022 when I will cast it in the news stories, and it will be according to the 1999 constitution as amended. And I'll be like, as amended, let me lula fema shibai. Because we need to do something great. And that's why Emeka Anyoko, GCON, has called for the People's Constitution. And this is a movement by the Patriots. The Patriots group. We have Anthony Kila as the chairman of the committee, and also I think Wale Okuni, and also Ifeanyi Ezenwa. Ifeanyi Ezenwa, she is from the southeast, and all of these people, alongside I think an accurate number of 120 other senior advocates or barristers, put together, are calling for the People's Constitution that will better suit every Nigerian, something that will fulfill the needs of every Nigerian, and will not say women cannot have this, women cannot have that, the youth cannot be in this and that. And now the National Assembly is calling for age limits. Let's see how it will all pan out. Atiku denies receiving funds from Sanwo-Olu during 2023 election. Lagos has deficit of 30,000 doctors, nurses, other health professionals. Everybody has japa, and that's why you need to do better. We need a working system in Nigeria where people will not have to work and collect stipend, for the job they are doing. If you are not, now we have more CEOs, even if they are not really, fully fledged CEOs, but we have numerous CEOs. People now register businesses, limited liability. I have to tell you, not just my CAC business registration. No, people now register limited liability because they are seeing beyond, the what we are seeing today, because you can't continue to work and work and work as a doctor, and at the end of the day you collect 250,000, 300,000, when you are doing operation, cesarean session for 500,000 for a particular organization.
And
you doing the money. Yes, you doing the job does not have hazard money.
You don't have hazard money. You don't even have
there are unforeseen contingencies unfold every day.
Yes.
You don't expect that as doctor you should be paying him 300,000. I asked the doctor friend then, that was 2 years now, 2 years, and he was being paid 250,000, and everything together was 350,000. Oh, what 500,000, and he will always be at the theater. I will ask him then in Kilo She, I'm Joe, theater, and this guy is good, but now he's in the UK. You don't expect people like that to be in Nigeria. They will not remain in Nigeria.
I remember 2 years ago, was it 2 or 3 years ago, Saudi Arabia was calling for Nigerian doctors
because they are good,
and they were paying them heavily.
Qatar Republic. You
understand?
Yeah.
The Qatari organizations too are doing that.
Yes, now.
If you just let them know that you trained anything that has to do with medicals in Nigeria, they would
go do your findings in the United Kingdom. People keep saying that, okay, in Nigeria, our doctors are not good. People take they take toll. Let me use that word. They take toll to see the doctors. And I called my cousin that very day. She's been on the roll for like almost 6 months because she wants to see a doctor. Because they are not available. Their doctors are not available like our own. Like you always enter and see them. Even if you have to roger some, that doctor me, egba, but then they are good. I had an American doctor work on me, and if you see me, you won't even see the patches or anything, because they are exclusively good. Yes. They are excellent in their delivery, and these are the doctors that will fly back to America, fly back to the US, and to the UK, and you will not see them here. Yes. And now away from UK, they are going to Manchester now. Okay. You have them everywhere. And when you go to like 2-3 hospitals, you will now discover, man, because they are doing great.
No, they are doing.
But our system is not allowing for them to be, fledged in their dealings. Yes. It's not allowing for them to, get some things that they need to get. Okay. A doctor came back from the UK and, he went on TikTok and said, okay, I'm back in Nigeria. I want to come treat my people. I know because he want to come and make money. Okay. Because me, I was particular about, okay, I don't want a Nigerian doctor. I use the US doctor, and that's sided from my guy. He said he told a friend, okay, who is an American doctor that is in Nigeria now, before he could work on me, because I'm always scared of Nigerian, doctors sometimes because of all this go to general hospital. I don't like it. Let me go to a private place and do my thing.
It is because you can afford it.
Well, maybe I can afford it or not. That does not matter. But because I trust them so much. But in a system where they have to bring fuel. Have you forgotten? We read the headline.
Yes, that one is.
For people that cannot afford a private hospital, they go to and they will submit. They submit fuel before they do anything.
Before they do anything on them.
Yes, it's not good. And you don't expect
You don't expect.
See, you don't expect nothing short of the shortages that we are experiencing today. I know the Lagos State government needs to do better because it's one of the most celebrated governor in Nigeria. And I am trusting God on behalf of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu's administration that he will fulfill all that he has promised us. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, you are doing great. But you see this doctor and nurses thing.
You should handle it for us.
Please handle it for us.
Handle it for
people
us.
Are coming from Abuja to come and do their eye surgery in Nigeria. Some people, I think somebody was saying sometime, maybe my GM or so, was saying that somebody came from the UK to come and do our eye surgery. Yeah, we have people that come to Lagos State across the country to come and do this or that in Nigeria. So, Dr. Sanwo-Olu, I know other governors will inculcate your goodwill for the people,
Yes.
and they will imbibe it as such as putting it into their own system in whichever state in Nigeria. But please do well to, the ones that we still have left, pay them well. I think the money aspect is
the money
you
aspect.
See a broke doctor, and you see the worst of it all, broke lawyer.
Broke lawyers,
yes.
Charge and pay.
And people now ridicule them.
No, those
charge
ones are
and
like,
pay.
no,
Case.
charge and pay.
Michael, show the case. Michael, show the case.
Charge and pay. No, the thing is that the system needs to be worked upon, and we need to appreciate these people the more. We need to appreciate them the more. It's not about the economy or anything. It's about the human resources. And if the human resources are not well taken care of, the other resources will not be well taken care of. Because I remember recently we read about hospitals being open in the north. Even the state is opening 58 hospitals.
I guess one of the biggest hospitals is in the north, where they do kidney transplants and they do all serious, businesses of the medical. Sector, and they just need to, get the welfareism of these doctors right. Once they get it right, we won't be having Japa syndrome. Yes, we won't be having it. Nigerians will travel to the UK now. They start their nursing courses. It will take them 1 year and 6 months for some people, 2 years for some people, and some people it's 8 months if they already have a root in the profession. And once they start, Onome is now a nurse in the UK. My friend, we are both caster. We cast the news. Oremiti the nurse is in the UK. You get it? And she will say, the nurse, they're for any euro. It's the joy. And for somebody like me, you think when I get to the UK, I'll not be a nurse also? Or when I go to the US?
You don't want to be a caster in the US.
I will be a nurse because I want to go and nurse well.
No, they pay them well. One thing I like about those people, it's not, it's the system. The system, apart from them paying them well, the hazard money is there. After the hazard money, they give them money for, miscellaneous. You give them free tickets for games, take care of their family and their unborn children, and take care of their extended family. And anywhere they go, they give them this charity leave. This charity, you can be part of a charitable system. You can also bring anybody to be part of a charitable system. You know what I love most is the return on insurance and return on taxation.
Return on insurance and return on taxation.
Yearly.
Yearly.
Tell me why
it won't be naughty there. Like we have it. They called it, the NAS called it naughty themselves. KNOTTY. That means it's too cumbersome. It's too difficult for Nigerians to, adhere to this kind of policy. Please make it right, and I know God is going to help you. Finally, from the Guardian newspaper this morning, I have not received recall notice from INEC, says Natasha, and that you will find on the page 3 of the Guardian newspaper this morning. NBS needs $15 million yearly to achieve data integrity, says World Bank. CISLAC says Rivers sole administrators' action threaten democracy. That's the suspension that he did for one of the top executives in Rivers State yesterday morning. And you can see the picture of the president himself, Tinubu, Akpabio, the Senate president, and also I think this Abbas, Chinda, and Ugo Chinyere. That's talking about the Reps Mall to return to parliamentary system, age limit for politicians. That's what we've got for you from the Guardian newspaper this morning. And the Punch newspaper. Lola Demi Ashake, the Punch newspaper. So on the Punch newspaper this morning, I have 60-year age limits. I think because the president celebrated his 73-year-old, now you know that we don't need presidents like that. Atiku is way above 70. He's above 70, yes.
Very, very above
so
70.
I think I'm not sentimental if I should say that they shouldn't give him the ticket. He should not run again for the post or vie for the position of.
They'll say other people have done that. Yeah, you pushing him down, please.
I'm not. I'm
Other
just
people have
saying.
done that
They should
because-
sign this thing. They should not take our
they
time.
want to sign it. They don't want to sign
The
it.
retirement age is 60-year age limit. You know,
They are
and
73, 75.
60. That's what I'm
78.
saying. Enough of the immunity. IMMUNITY. Enough of the immunity. Anyone above 60 should not vie for any position. No more in Nigeria. None of them should be in power. None of them should be holding a portfolio in Nigeria. Let's have the future leaders of tomorrow beginning today, which is the youth. We claim that youth are the future and they are the strength of every nation. But in Nigeria, I think reverse is the case. Now, Showore. I'm calling on. I'm going to start calling on all the youths. Reno Mokri, are you there? Let's go. Miriam Oke is also going.
Okay.
Yes, I will definitely. You know, I love politics. And if I don't do it now, maybe I will do it in the future. But it's not going to be a dirty game. I didn't play it dirty. It's cool. And I will not play it dirty when my time comes. Yes, I love politics.
She's speaking English. But the way it is now, I believe the president is listening.
You know
but
what
they will
Rita
not
Dominic
agree.
said? Rita Dominic says that I went to the UK to make money because I know and I understand that you need money to run this social life. And when you come back, when I came back, that in our words, that when I came back to Nigeria, I made more than enough money. I worked as a caregiver for both the old and the young, and I started spending my money, and that's why I have the free will to give my money to anyone, and she can do anything with that money. So trust me, help me, niggas, guys, boys, girls. So they will not come in negro. One girl like that, no, they will not send me away. Let me have that money, please. Bring that money. Let's amass this wealth and
Yes.
come back to make Nigeria better.
We need it. We need it.
We need it. We need it. We need
The
it
economy
so
needs
much.
it.
Of course, yes. So the Punch newspaper again says Bill may bar Tinubu, Atiku Obi from 2027 poll. CUPP, SDP back candidates competence against age-based bill. And Mahama briefs Tinubu on ECOWAS talks with Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso. And that you will find on the page 38 of 38 rather of the Punch newspaper this morning. Daniel Abiodun trade words over TASUED takeover by federal government. That's Taye Sholari University of Education. That's where some of my beautiful friends went to, and I will leave Ibadan to go and see my friends in TASUED because they are highly brilliant students. I can vouch for TASUED students any day, anytime. They are really, really brilliant. I don't know of TASUED of today, but the TASUED of 13 years now. I left school 13 years ago. Yeah, TASUED is beautiful. Was beautiful then. And I think that's why the federal government is taking over TASUED. Well, you don't need to trade words as a sitting governor and an ex-governor. Rather, you reach a consensus and look for a way forward instead of doing the youthful shenanigans. Yes.
Bickery.
Yes. Parents tackle Ogun School over incisions on children's body. Kí lẹ tún sí wọn gbẹ́rẹ́ fún báyìí? Kí ló tún ṣẹlẹ̀ Nigeria schools like this? Kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀? Ẹ sí wọn gbẹ́rẹ́, kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀? Ẹ fẹ́ sí wọn gbẹ́rẹ́ pàkọ́ ni. What's happening?
Maybe it's
that story is on the page 4 and 5, and I will follow suit such that my news highlight will have the body of this story. Maria Gilbert Kanyemi, parents tackle Ogun School over incisions on children's body. Please take note of that story. We need to have it in our highlight. And local government crisis, Oshun APC, PDP clash after meeting with the Attorney General of the Federation. Experts lament as crude shortage funds ground 7 refinery. That's on page 25. These refineries, some of them are not even operational. Now you are saying that the Naira have ground them. Ibolon ground, it's not, it buried them.
The Naira grounded. Which refinery?
Which refinery?
Mention the refinery.
Yes, I mentioned it. You said some refineries are working. You mentioned it though. People went there with camera. They did not see anything functional. So what's happening in Nigeria? We don't need to start lying to ourselves every day, every time that this is working actively. No. Let's see the activeness going on.
They are saying it in faith.
In faith, okay.
Let's agree.
Because I know Michael is close to them, Abi.
No, I'm not really close to them. It's just that I understand the Nigerian thing.
You understand?
They're saying it in faith. So by faith, it will appear.
Oh, okay.
And by faith,
everything will manifest, Abi.
Yes.
807, that's 807 meningitis cases, 74 deaths recorded in 22 states. Says the National Center for Disease Control, NCDC. Rivers elders. I remember when I was doing the story update of coronavirus, and I will go from my station to go and record some, take some shots, and they will say, reporter, newscaster. My reporter will go, but because I want to have a feel of the story that I'm going to read because I was the one facing NCDC, anything about COVID-19. I was the one reporting it and doing the casting on TV. And I will sit down and watch people, how COVID-19 eats people up. And I always get scared. And ever since I realized that NCDC is truly working, it's not just a government body that just gives data. They are really working. And I will start reading the stories, and I will be kind of emotional while reading the story because I was there.
Okay.
I was there. I went with the reporter, Abiola Ismail and co. I will go with them, and I'll just, Miriam, kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ báyìí? Ọlọ́run jọ̀ọ́ má jẹ́ n catch COVID. Kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀? So I know, yes, I know what it means. I remember then Governor Jide Sanwo-Olu did something beautiful. And when I was being called upon to come and do his 1-year anniversary in office, I was able to write something sweet. To the extent that the wife of the governor said, I want that video again. I spoke with her and I said, okay, ma'am, I'm going to send you that video again. I said, that video is lovely. I mean, this man really tried. And that's the kind of leader we need in Nigeria that takes the welfareism of his people, at heart. Really at heart. Not somebody that will be somewhere and start ruling. We have some governors. I'm going to mention names. We have governors like, it's no longer news, that will be in the UK and be running the administration of Ogun State. It's not right.
Okay, that means UK is
governors that will
be in Abuja,
go for parties, or governors that will be in Abuja, living in Abuja, and be controlling their state via WhatsApp call or phone call.
We have 7 of them.
As we can mention names. We are not being sentimental. We discussed it on this program.
7 of them.
We called experts, and they were able. And when they said it, what they said, rather, there is no constitution that says a sitting governor must always be in the state. But how would you have a feel of what the people is, what your people are going through? You would have a feel of what they are going through because you are not there to experience it. The former governor of Ekiti, Ayodele Fayose, said something yesterday as regards to Oyebanji launching one big gigantic building for the people, and he said, he said, if they told me that Ekiti State will be this beautiful, I would not have believed it. And I sat down and I criticized And I wrote in the comment section, and people started liking. I said, okay, were you not a governor? You were a governor. You governed the state.
Okay.
For 8 good years. I think 8 years.
No,
He did 8 years.
It was 8 years. It was
And you are saying that you did not know that it would be this beautiful. That means you are directly, countering your own administration, that you didn't do well. But we just get to listen or watch videos and start sharing what is not, and just laugh over it. Governor, ex-governor, you commend GKG gone. So in Koto achievements, that means you're telling us you can't not achieve it when you were there as a governor, as a sitting governor. House.
Well,
no.
Maybe he was looking at it from another angle. But
okay.
One thing I know about most Nigerian governors, I'm not trying to mince word, is that they are myopic. When they come there,
they don't see beyond the seat.
They don't see. You said seat.
Yes.
Their nose. No, seat is okay. No, if they don't even see beyond the seat, at least the people around them will follow suit. But this one, they don't see beyond their nose. Because most of them, I know about Fayose very well. I can even mention things
that
about
statement
Fayose.
is
I
kind
can
of
mention things about, but most of them are myopic.
Yeah, mi ò tiẹ̀ mọ̀ kọ́ bá sọ fún mi pé Èkìtì ló fine báyìí. Àmọ́ wá ń bọ̀ lóru pẹ̀lú escort yẹn tó ń lead mi lóru. Mo rí pé gbogbo ẹ̀ ń ṣe so you cannot achieve that during your own time, no.
But at least he's applauding somebody. He's applauding
somebody, no doubt. But then he could have done better if he had, done what is meant to have done.
He will complain that he was being, like he said he was being bullied because he doesn't have a godfather.
And he told Wike that
he didn't have a godfather. He didn't bully.
I can remember now. Yes, moving on. I have the Rivers Elders Groups slams Evers for sacking Fubara's appointees and House under fire for reversing immunity withdrawal bill. That's on the page 2 of the Punch newspaper this morning. Eid al-Fitr. NSCDC, FRSC deploy operatives in prayer grounds and others to please protect our people, our brothers and sisters in places like Borno, in every part of the north. Please take care of them. And also now that we have a crisis in River State, we have Muslims also in River State.
Yes.
So we don't have experiences of please, we don't want to hear while praying they bomb the place. Help us protect our people. They should be protected. Don't say band A, band B, or band C, or soft targets.
Soft targets. That's what I want to say.
Yeah, or soft targets. Soft target on target. You have to do your job, and we trust you so much. And thank God we have newly appointed AIGs and all, police operatives, and they were inaugurated in Abuja. And you people promised us. We hope that you fulfill your promises. Yes, I think one of the promises yesterday I have from one of my stories, which says, I'm going to pick it up from here. I need to read the story to you because if they say we'll be able to hold them. Because you cannot, keep promising us and not fulfill it. You need to fulfill your promises to us as a nation. Please, on the Punch newspaper, I want to read the Punch newspaper, and at the same time, I want to read that saying from the newly appointed Commissioner of Police from the Federal Capital Territory, CP Ajawo Olawale, who pledged to enhance security across the territory as he officially assumed office. Speaking at the handover ceremony in Abuja, CP Ajawa assured residents of his commitment to strengthening police effort and tackling criminal activities. He took over from CP Olatunji Disu, who was recently promoted to the rank of Assistant Inspector General. He also urged the public, that's where I'm going to, because if they have to protect us as operatives, we need to fight for ourselves also and protect ourselves. It all starts from, I did an interview with a security personnel and he told me, and I realized that he's saying the real thing. He said, do you know that most of the Okada riders that we have in Lagos are from Nigeria? Yes. And now they are spreading to Keke Marwa. Yes. That we no longer have too many Yorubas, Igbos or Nigerians do the business, because these people are the one in charge of our transportation in Nigeria, and it is easy for them to carry out whatever they want to. And he says that the people in charge of the garages, are not really working. I asked him why. He said because people will sleep in your garage and you feel like, okay, and in the process of sumoju, he has done his sampling. Let me see how weak these people are. Now, that brings me to what the governor did some months ago, where the governor of Lagos State busted a place with other security operatives in Alakpere, Ketu. And they brought out arms and ammunitions.
I had a window.
Yes, a place where we have Awamabola, they call them Hausa Bola, and, and other criminal, they are Yoruba and Hausas. At a particular place at Ikodo, when they went there, you need to see what they did. They did the apprehension they could carry out, and it was a beautiful raiding. They raided the place, and I think the place is fair now. It's fair, and this is what we should also do. All these people that are vying for the position of chairman of Kiniko Agberu, chairman of Kiniko Garage, you people should do well to ensure that our garages, our motor parks are safe. You cannot be keeping your bus in a particular garage and you feel that, okay, we have vigilantes here, we have OPC there, these people will sleep in that garage overnight and do their sampling. Let's see, Ibito week, how do people sleep in this area? What time do they sleep? All of these things must be, caution. And I have to applaud again the Lagos State governor when they said some people want to come and call Lagos in Ipakpamora. He said they said some Boko Haram people are threatening to come to Lagos, and they started the real protection with Amotekun in the Korodu axis, and they were able to tame something of such. Even though something happened then when they said kidnapping wanted to happen at one school in Ikorodu, but they were able to tame it because yes, it did came up. Yes, I remember. And the second one wanted to happen, and they were able to nab some guys.
The Lagos State government
is actively working. It's not just working.
But the Amotekun thing you're talking about, I think we have our own here, but they are well dressed. The neighborhood watch, I think they are doing.
Yeah, they are doing their job.
They are doing their job. It's just that a lot of people don't know they are now state actors. They are seeing them as non-state actors.
Yeah, they don't know.
If the police cannot answer you, the police are understaffed. If they don't answer you, we have the LSCDC there. We also have the neighborhood.
Of course.
They can take action like the police.
In
case you're listening to me, if the police in Lagos are not responding, get the LSDPC people.
Yes, get them to.
Then you get your so-called civil defense people. Their name won't sound alike. One is LSDPC, one is. You understand? You get them. When you do get them, they can also do arrests.
Yes, of course.
They can put people in guard rooms, not prison.
Yes,
they call it guard rooms. They'll put them in guard rooms and take a toll on them, and finalize everything and take it to the police or the necessary authorities. But most people are just waiting for the police. The police are understaffed. If you don't know before, know that now. Then these people I'm talking to you about, the least of them are graduates.
Of course, they
The
are
least
graduates.
are graduates. They understand the terrain better, they understand the territory better, and most of them have been part of the local government system. Yes, it's not the one they just bring from the federal government. We just deploy some people to some places, and before you know, they will tell you that I am the assistant DPO in Karuchi in Kaduna. I am, and you forget you are dealing with more exposed people in Lagos. Those people are primitive. I'm not trying to diss anybody, but some areas are more primitive. So when you're related with Lagosians, normally it's wrong for you to say, give me your phone. But a typical Lagosian boy will say, what does he want to do with my phone? Take the phone and see what you want to do.
And you will fall victim like Mary Agiobo. Moving on, the Nation newspaper this morning, but I have to call for a short break after the Nation's newspaper, so that we can, do we even, let's just continue, finish up the segment. Let's go to the Nation newspaper this morning. I have presidency, Obasanjo's position on Rivers emergency hypocritical. Ex-president lacks democratic credential. Baba is receiving Basboso. Bagudu Adelabo mourn Ajimobi's daughter, who passed on at the age of 42 yesterday. That she lives in the UK, and she is married to one of the aspirants, Koladaisi. Yes, and she's married to. I pray that the good Lord rest her soul. Southeast senators protest rejection of motion to honor Nwosu, and that you will find on the page 4 of the Nation newspaper this morning. Personal income tax by wealthy Nigerians to each 25%, says Edun. And rise in government revenue creative policies will fast-track infrastructure development. Tinubu, Mahama made on ECOWAS engagement with Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso. Happy 73rd birthday, Mr. President. This is coming from one of the senators, Dr. Abdul Nasser Abubakar. Okay, to the Daily Independent newspaper this morning. Daily Independent newspaper. Daily Independent newspaper. I have some stories on the Daily Independent newspaper. Says Senate considers reduction of election cost. Campaign period wants conduct of presidential guber or the polls same day. And reps move to bar over 60 from running from president and governorship. I think it's still because of the age limit that they are talking about. You have to fix this. Let's have it so that another drama can unfold. Tinubu reaffirms commitment to consolidating democratic gains. 80 tanker crashes claim 555 lives in 5 years. FRSC reviews. Atiku rejects allegations of using Lagos money, says claims aimed of discrediting opposition coalition. Planned rally for Wike capable of causing crisis in Bayelsa. Diri says NNPC Limited ready for initial public offer. And Ghanaian president visits Nigeria to brief Tinubu on development in Sahel. And that you will find on the page 6 of the Daily Independent newspaper. Northern Youth condemns bills to convert Lagos 37 local council development areas to local government areas, from the north to the west. Kilon Shele Kintin. That's the question some people will ask, because me too, I want to ask, what is your
the thing there is that in the north, Kano has 40 local government. So they know if Lagos have 37,
yes, we will have
57. So
we have 57 local governments, 37 LCDs. Now we have close to 100.
No, we don't have 57 local governments. With the LCD and the local government made it 57.
Made it 57.
So we had 20.
Okay, I'm coming.
Non-local governments. That's
Okay.
what has been. Then the 37 was the LCDA that wants to become a local government. But in Kano State, we have 40 local government areas. But the challenge we are having in Lagos is those LCDAs are big enough to be a local government, just like the one you have in Alimosho. So the thing there is that why they are trying to fight it because they believe the autonomy will favor the southern more than the north.
It will favor them.
Yeah, no, it will favor the southern people more than the north. If they give local government autonomy where they can handle cash themselves, they can take fund themselves, the federal government will be dealing with them directly, and the people will be able to hold them responsible for anything that's happening within the grassroots. And they also fear that the governor and maybe the presidency might not be able to control those systems where if or when they start becoming independence. Maybe this hullabaloo, this push me, I push you, this age limit is all part of the shenanigan to truncate such because they know the age limit will kick,
Because you know what,
kick a lot of
I
people
also
out.
thought then that Lagos State had already started, the local government thing, even before bringing it to the
Yes,
public.
yes.
Because for every registration you make with the press, they declare 57. That was why I said 57. They keep
They
declaring.
keep declaring
Even if
57.
they give the
Okay.
list, you will see the list. They keep declaring 57. It is only when you have their exclusive list you see the 20.
20.
So this thing has been there already. They will
Okay.
tell you 57 local government, 57 days. Because having the LCDA now come out to say we want to change it to local government
government.
is something more like new to other people. But you should know that there is a local government and LCDA in Lagos State. And even if you Google it, you will see 57 local government. That is what it will bring to you.
Well,
so automatically, it
we
has
have
been
57.
approved. We have 57
We have
already.
I
We are just
like
bringing
that.
it to,
No,
to
yeah,
people.
yeah.
Google it. You
I
will see
like it.
57 local governments.
I like it. It's part of moving the country forward because a lot of people, I know about this, a lot of people want to deal with the local government, grassroots. They want to finance them, they want to fund them, they want to help them because they are the people on ground seeing what is happening. You understand? And they are the people who know the people who are affecting or dealing with them, both rightfully
They know
and
the
wrongfully.
people who know the people that are affected or dealing with them.
Yes.
The Vanguard newspaper this morning, Rivers, lawyers order Flavors suspension of political appointees. Suspension unconstitutional, says lawyers. Appointees sack evidence of a hidden agenda, says CUPP. CSOs petition United Nations over Tinubu's emergency declaration in Rivers State. Emergency rule has solved 90% of crisis. This is coming from APC. Explains why Wike could not be suspended. Southeast Caucus faults Senate's rejection of immortalizing Nwosu, says he is hero of democracy. Walk out of chamber. And that's on the page 8 of the Vanguard newspaper this morning. Manager, 3 others arrested as lodger dies in Delta Hotel. And that you will find on the page 7 of the Vanguard newspaper this morning. Reps rescind decision to strip Vice President, governors of immunity less than 24 hours after. And late ex-Oyo Governor Ajimobi's first daughter dies at 42. Bill to stop politicians above 60 from contesting presidential governor polls kills second reading in the reps. That you will find on the page 9 of the Vanguard newspaper. And NMPCL assesses potential partners ahead of IPO. Reps to probe 8 trillion naira revenue loss from tax waivers and incentives. My ordeal with EFCC. And finally, you will find from the world of sports, that's the World Cup qualifier. It is not over yet, but tougher task now, says Osime. And that's the man of the hour in Nigeria now. Is the one mostly discussed in our football, team. Osimhen wants to be sold to this, wants to go to this one, wants to be received by this one. I celebrate you, Osimhen. Confirm, well done. You are doing the Nigerian thing. I know you like money, and you go for the one that is the highest bidder. Well, we will want to. We hope you really learned from this, and right after the short break, we will bring more insightful conversation, because early starters is not going nowhere. It is here to keep fulfilling. No, let me use the governor's statement.
Yes.
We'll reiterate to you this morning
Yes.
that we'll keep you updated.
Updated.
Yes, on happenings around you. Early starters will be right back. Please stay tuned.
Blue Lagoon Hotels, a home away from home with world-class hospitality, comfortable and affordable rooms, conference and meeting rooms for all occasions, open space and co-working area, 24-hour restaurant and bar, providing both local, international and continental cuisines, live music and entertainment on regular basis, constant power supply and watertight security in and around our premises. Blue Lagoon Hotels, situated at number 16 Tunji Adewoye Street, off Afurubin Road, Ijegun, Lagos State. And for the inquiries, call 080-5668-7855 or 080-6527-3657. You can also visit us at www.bluelagoonhotels.ng. Blue Lagoon Hotels. Hospitality is our business. KG5F Security Services. We are dependable, reliable, proficient, and gallant always. KG5F Security Services, officially licensed by the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Our services include general office security, personal security, asset protection, protocol services, physical security, aviation security, loss prevention, escort protection, security patrols, and access control. We are available 24/7. KG5F Security Services also provide installation of security gadgets such as CCTV camera, alarms, special communication equipment, and so on. Gallant security personnel are needed nationwide with attractive working benefits. Contact KG5F Head Office at 45 Prince Adeyemi Street off Governors Road, Ikotu, Lagos, or our branch office 25 Yaya Baton Road, adjacent Nationwide Petrol Station, Ogba, Lagos. Call 09161514318 for inquiries. KG5F Security Services, to serve and protect.
Get ready for Governance 57 with Mariam, okay? The dynamic political talk show where we dive deep into the art of governance, from trending political issues to the latest controversies. We break it all down and shine a spotlight on grassroots governance, exploring how decisions at the local level shapes our lives. Governance 57. Don't shy away from the tough conversations. Join us every Wednesday, 12:15 p.m. as we discuss, debate, and deliver the insights you need to stay informed. Greetings to you, our beloved brothers and sisters in Christ, as we embrace the season of Lent. May faith, hope, and reflection guide your path. Together, we stand united in prayer and purpose as we journey towards renewal. This Lent, let your message of grace and goodwill be heard. At Opportune TV, we offer you the perfect platform to connect with our loyal and faith-filled audience. Whether you're sharing a special Lent promotion, an inspiring story, or a message of hope, we are here to amplify your voice and make your products or services a household name. Reach out today and place your advert with us at Opportune TV, 34 Oluyede Oroja Street, Aino Ajayi Phase 1 Estate, Abule Egba, Lagos, or call 0706 143 7670. 0706 143 7670. Let's uplift your brand and make the season even more meaningful and profitable. From the crack of dawn to late night vibes, Opportune TV has got you covered. Start your day with our morning bells featuring the hottest topics, exclusive interviews, and all the inspiration you need to kickstart your day. Immerse yourself in gripping dramas, thrilling movies, lifestyle shows made just for you, and reliable news that keeps you ahead. At Opportune TV, we are redefining entertainment and bringing stories to life like never before. Find us at number 34 Oloyede Oroja Street, Ainu Ajayi, Phase 1, Ekoro Road, Abule Egba, Lagos. For advert placement, please call 0703 063 1673, 0703 063 1673. Opportune TV, channel 127 on Nikamsat. Opportune TV, the home of reliable news, premium entertainment, and inspiring stories. You're watching Early Starters, and Mary Agaba is even laughing already. Not just smiling, no, she's laughing already. That this morning I have something to say. You cannot say I should not say it because I have my own point to make you. And what's the point? The question this morning is, what is your take on the 60-year-old age limit that is being proposed by the National Assembly? You know, they are saying now that we don't want people that are older than the retirement age. So to join the conversation this morning, please call the number 0706 143 7670. I take it again, 0706 77670. 0706 143 7670. It will be displayed on your screen, 0706 143 7670. Do you think it is right to have an age limit to what goes down in governance? How people will come to say that they are our president, they are our governors, and you see them at the age of 80 still ruling Nigeria, at the age of 70 something still ruling Nigeria. Do you still want it? I mean, you want the youth to, you know, thrive in Nigeria? 0706 143 7670. Good morning, Mary.
Good morning, Ma.
I can see the bow. The bow is bowing. The bow is bowing.
Yeah,
Mommy,
of someone very special.
someone very
special.
And she knows herself.
Who is the special person? Because I am wearing someone very special also. You can see I'm wearing someone very dear to me. And that's the name of the person so special. And I have a lot of special people. You are special to me. You are beautiful. Michael is not special to me. He's a regular guy. So every lady here at Opportune TV are special people. So I love it when I, you know, display the specialty that, oh, this person is so special. She's endearing, she's beautiful, she's this, and I want to show it. So amazingly, Bangaruji. When I went to serve, they taught us at Chikwata camp. Bangaruji. They will Kube Hikiki, Kube Laji.
Which language is that?
Now their language now. So the business story before we say bye bye.
Okay, So here are the business stories this morning. The federal government raises a total of 1.94 trillion naira from bond investors in the first quarter of 2025. This was revealed in the latest bond auction results released by the Debt Management Office. The funds were secured through the Federal Government of Nigeria Bond Program, excluding borrowings from the Federal Government of Nigeria Savings Bond Scheme. The initial offer for the quarter stood at 1.10 trillion naira, but high investor demand led to total subscriptions reaching 2.83 trillion naira, prompting the government to allot 1.94 trillion naira. January's auction saw the government offer 450 billion naira in bond across 3 tenures, receiving bids worth 669.94 billion naira, out of which 601.04 billion naira was allotted. February recorded the highest investor interest, with subscriptions reaching 1.63 trillion naira against the 350 billion naira offer, resulting in an allotment of 910.39 billion naira. By March, the government offered 300 billion naira in bonds, attracting 530.31 billion naira in subscriptions and allotting 428.68 billion naira. Analysts attribute the strong demand to high interest rates, with marginal rates for the quarter ranging between 19% and 22.6%, significantly higher than 15% to 16.5% range recorded in early 2024.
Recorded in early 2024. That's beautiful.
That's unique. That's unique. The bond is working.
The bond is working. If you say that.
No,
Mary has something to say.
Okay, say.
Yeah,
what
the
you wanna
borrowing,
say.
like it's borrowing that huge amounts of money, and
No, it's not just about borrowing. They are using the bond to do what we call transactional trade.
You know why I said beautiful? You didn't understand why I said it. Because how will we continue to pile up debts? The borrowings are too much.
It's worrying.
Let me use that. It is way too much. That's why I said beautiful. Because the beautiful is idiomatic. When will Nigeria stop borrowing? At least we have EFCC says that they got so billions.
Is it billion or
They
trillion?
or trillions. They retrieved it from certain people. Where is the trillions going
Where
to?
is it going to?
Our reserve.
Because
You
if
are
we keep borrowing and borrowing,
No, the
when
money.
we need,
Wait, I want to say this.
Connection with people in power.
No, it's not. I'm speaking for them.
Yeah, it's
I'm
more
just-
like you're speaking for them.
No, I'm just talking about the reserve because I don't believe they are criminals. I just
No, I'm not calling them criminals.
okay.
either.
So the money.
But the
is
question
kept
is,
for
where is the
reserve.
money going
where is it going to? Because
It's
they
kept
keep
for reserve.
borrowing,
Maybe
they
they
keep
use to
borrowing.
recycle.
recycle ammunition
Yeah.
system.
Recycle.
So how will they refund them? When it comes to refunding, we have a lot of things that are doing. How do we refund this money? That's my
I
worry.
Mary,
go-
let's
I
not
go with this.
argue.
Let's
Or
not
sorry,
argue.
it will
Just
not look
continue.
like we are being sentimental.
Okay.
The next story, the next and final story,
Okay.
before I ask for your opinion as regards the 60 years age limit.
Okay, so I have Nigeria's refining sector is crippling due to the persistent shortage of crude oil, stalling operations at 7 refineries and discouraging further investment. The National Publicity Secretary of the Crude Oil Refinery Owners Association of Nigeria, Eche Idoko, states that the unavailability of feedstock has become a major challenge for investors. Despite the government issuing refining licenses for a combined capacity of 1.15 million barrels per day, only 852,000 barrels per day are currently being processed. Further findings indicate that several refineries, including OPAC and DuPont, are non-operational due to inadequate crude supply. Industry players have urged the government to guarantee crude supply for refineries and provide funding support to boost local refinery capacity. Amid these challenges, the Dangote refinery has temporarily halted the sale of its petroleum products in Naira due to crude allocation issues, further compounding the sector's difficulties. Analysts warn that unless crude oil production is ramped up to meet both local and international demand, Nigeria's ambition to achieve refining self-sufficiency will remain elusive.
Will remain elusive. Wow.
So,
That's serious.
yes, it's serious.
But I don't know why a country cannot sell naira for crude to a company owned by a Nigerian,
Why does it have to?
actively, or being responsive to the, fuel scarcity issues, saying it will fulfill its services by providing this to Nigerians. I said it to some people that ever since Dangote revealed that it will be selling the PMS at 880, 885, and 885 to some places also in the north. MRS Lagos 880, there will be problem. And the problem loomed immediately from that evening. He
Yes.
declared the stuff. The second day they started the argument.
Yes,
They started the case where I think IPPS or something or NNPCL said they want to intervene in a particular case, and the sitting judge says no. And again, they brought the
they've been on the
third
matter
day, they
since.
brought the no naira for crude again. Why? What is happening?
What-
You're not encouraging
What I'm
people
seeing
to
here,
serve
what
their
I'm
country.
seeing here is
Worry
not
people.
it's not what you just said.
Okay,
I want you to understand the whole game.
okay.
The whole game is this.
No, you don't want me to. You can't make me understand
Okay.
the game. For everyone, there is a standpoint.
Okay,
you
you
see.
stand-
You have your own perspective to a particular thing, and another person has their own perspective. And that's why we bring up our perspectives and let us see if it is legitimate enough. Not that we are infusing our own
no,
thoughts
we
or
are not even.
opinions.
This one is
Yeah.
not even thought. This is what I see, what I understand from what is happening. They are now coming to say that there is no much crude oil.
We are saying. So why are you saying? We are saying the same thing.
See what I said.
There is no
Instead of-
crude oil.
They say there's no more crude oil. Instead of them telling us that, okay, people will frown at the no naira for crude game.
They will definitely
They are
frown
frowning
at
at
it,
it
yes.
already. So now they don't want people to frown. Just tell them no more crude oil.
People will definitely frown because Pandef will come out to give account of
Yes.
what is going on in the Niger Delta.
Yes.
That's why I said do not make people understand. You can only share your own view about the issue. I won't understand because I follow suit the story.
Okay.
Now, if they push it out eventually to Nigerians that we don't have crude oil, tell me how Shell is taking the larger share. Tell me why Oleum and all are having their own shares,
Their own
and
shares
why
of crude.
is Dangote refinery that says it will give this to Nigerians at this price.
Price.
It did not see. He wasn't discreet about the thing. He didn't hide anything. He came to the open to say this is it. When they were forcing him to add 5 naira, 15 naira, he came out. You see, accountability is the issue of Nigerians. People don't want to be accountable. I don't want to further flog this issue, but let's join the conversation. 0706 143 7670 for the particular topic. That do you feel that the age limits that is being proposed, the bill, is it good? Mary Agaba.
Okay, so I feel it's a good development.
Do you think that it will manifest?
I don't.
The manifestation is what you don't know. Let's go on a short break. When we return, we'll bring you stories from the world of entertainment.
KG5F Security Services. We are dependable, reliable, proficient, and gallant always. KG5F Security Services, officially licensed by the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Our services include general office security, personal security, asset protection, protocol services, physical security, aviation security, loss prevention, escort protection, security patrols, and access control. We are available 24/7. KG5F Security Services also provide installation of security gadgets such as CCTV camera, alarms, special communication equipment, and so on. Gallant security personnel are needed nationwide with attractive working benefits. Contact KG5F Head Office at 45 Prince Adeyemi Street off Governors Road, Ikotun, Lagos, or our branch office 25 Yaya Baton Road, adjacent Nationwide Petrol Station, Ogba, Lagos. Call 09161514318 for inquiries. KG5F Security Services, to serve and protect.
Is tech. And I said, why didn't you say it when you were on set with me? He said, because they will not let it fly. But then you still have your, your right as a Nigerian to say what you feel is right, for you to experience. We have been carrying on the same thing, the same. Nigerian, the youth are the future of the tomorrow. And they, parent, this is your teacher. We are the leaders of tomorrow. Try to pay our school. The school fees is no longer affordable. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Is that Operating? I'm Damilera.
All right, sir. This is Operating TV.
I'm calling from Lagos State.
All right, from Lagos State. Where in Lagos, sir?
Idimu.
Idimu. How is Egbe Idimu this morning, sir?
Yeah, God bless you.
Amen.
Very beautiful.
All right, sir. Oh, yeah. Okay. So what's your contribution?
I'm interested in the issue of the age limit.
All right, sir.
Okay, sir.
The government is making a big mistake. Don't limit the hand of God. Don't limit the hand of God. Anybody from the age 18 to age 100 years and above can become a leader at any time. By the time you try to bring the age to 60 years, remember, wisdom is leadership.
Wisdom
is governance. God Almighty chose him to be there. Yes, I said it. There are so many people that were against him. I said that he would become the president because this is the reason why God chose him. To come and change the face of Nigeria. To open a road for good governance in Nigeria. For good development and a future greater nation. Are you getting me now?
Yes, sir.
So, what the National Assembly is doing, if they limit any age, they are making a big mistake.
Okay.
You have seen leaders at the age of 26 years, even at the age of 12 years, in the Bible, that changed many people that are good people when they became kings. We have seen people at a very old age that behave badly in Nigeria. And we have seen people at older age with knowledge.
Hello, good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling from, sir?
Hello?
Good morning, sir. Where are you calling from?
Okay, this is Christian.
Please turn down the volume of your TV set.
Okay. This is Mr. Christian Okondukwe calling from Afikpo in Ebonyi State.
Oh, Ebonyi State. How is Ebonyi this morning, sir?
Ebonyi State is very fine, madam.
Thank God. Thank God. A quick one. Let's have your comments quickly.
Okay. For me, the age limit should be, from 20 to 60 years.
Okay.
You understand? Because when you look at, for instance, the political situation of Nigeria, you discover that, like our president, when you look at his age, you should understand that at that age, he should be at his resting room. He should be rested instead of stressing himself.
He should be
Let the
rested
young
instead
people come
of
into the
stressing
system.
himself. Wow.
Yes. Let the young people should come into the board and take up the nation. Because we need the best brain. We need people who can step in there and do the needful. You understand?
Yes, I understand.
We should, the elected officials should be from 20 to 60 or 65 years. You understand?
Yes, sir.
So that we can get the best out of this country. Thank you, madam.
Thank you very much, sir. Okay, quickly run us through the entertainment so we sign off.
So good morning on Entertainment Gist this morning. So renowned Nollywood actor Kunle Remi has taken to social media as his wife delivered their first child as a couple. So in a series of posts, Kunle has shared what their eyes went through.
Hello, good morning.
Hello?
Good morning.
I was talking by the time you called me up.
Oh, okay. We need to speed up things.
Yes. Sorry. It is the way I speak. I'm sorry.
No problem, sir.
So what I'm just saying, are you getting me?
Yes, sir.
In terms of leadership, leave the age. Anybody at any age can become president of Nigeria.
Okay, that's the point. Anybody in Nigeria can become the president.
Anybody chosen by God.
Chosen by God.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Okay, sir.
That's beautiful, sir. Thank you.
Thank
Because
you.
we need to understand that also God rules our country, Nigeria. We do not rule. Like some people, some song will say, Awani, Israeli, Africa. Yes. It seems this is what Baba is trying to say. Okay. So, Olalademi Ashake, have you snapped me on air this morning? You need to snap me on air. She's working like Kunle Remi said. But the second one.
While I was saying, you mentioned the medical diagnosis problem they went through, and the wife had to stay in the hospital for 80 days.
Congratulations to them, everything.
So moving on.
Congratulations to him. Bye.
DJ Cuppy has reached a significant milestone in her career, delivering her largest performance to date in front of an impressive 62,000 audience members at London's Tottenham Stadium.
Congratulations
to her. So lastly, Nollywood actress Regina Daniels has reacted to a heartfelt poem shared by her husband Ned Uwo, affirming their love and commitment amid swelling rumors about their marriage. So now what they are trying to tell us now is that they are not
online in-law. It's not online, no. Online in-law.
Exactly.
Online.
Yes.
You
people that want to destroy them. Make una go rest.
People should rest. They are back together. Our favorite ship. Okay, some of our favorite.
Chief and Chief Whip. Yeah, this is how we say good morning on the program, Early Starters, and we hope to see you on Monday. We are praying that you see us also on Monday. Same time, same station. God willing, we'll be here, Il and RT. I am saying big thank you to my producer, Olatunji Odediran, Pastor, and to my beautiful female producer, Unge Tolulope. Ayimotokan ina no Yahweh. And my handsome Olalademi Akanke. God bless you. See you tomorrow. Katia. Bye, Anna. Bye.